Hello, everyone, and welcome into the 3 p.m. game here, live from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, to the J. Brian Floyd Center. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports, and, man, I am excited about this one coming up at 3 p.m. We've got Legacy Charter out of South Carolina taking on National Christian Academy out of Maryland, and you're going to like this one. Let me give you a little breakdown. National Christian Academy led by Christian Matthews, the Georgia Tech commit. Big-time bucket getter. He can score. He can slash. He's big. He's fast. He's about 6'6". He's a small forward. And he can put up points in a hurry, but he's got another they've got a 1-2 punch sort of on National Christian between him and Muhammad Kabir. Now, for Legacy Charter, they're loaded with athletes. They've got Nicholas Claxton, 6'10" wing that can just shoot the cover off the ball, but he can also handle the rock. He's only a junior. They've got some explosive athletes in Deshaun Leftwich, Jashawn Smith. They've got some toughness in Miguel Priest. So this is a great matchup. Toughness on both sides of the ball, from Tim Bing on the National Christian side to C.J. Jamison and Muhammad Turney, both the guards. This is just a loaded game full of college prospects. I'm excited to be here. This is going to be one that I have been waiting for ever since we've watched these teams a couple of times over the past couple of days, and after the win last night, we were just ready. Me and the crew, we showed up ready to watch this. Everybody's stoked. This is the one. We got another game after this, which I assume will also be good. We just are getting the information about who's going to play in that, but we're locked and loaded on this one. We may have some introductions, so I'm going to step out of the way. They're going to do the introductions, and we'll jump back in right after that.
And the starting lineup for Legacy Charter Lions. Number 3, Mr. James. Number 12, Mr. Torrey. Number 24, Mr. Priest. Number 32, Mr. Smith. And number 33, Mr. Claxton. Charter, Legacy, looking to be left. And now, Fort Washington, Maryland, all the way to the land of the Eagles, National Christian, number 1, Jimmy Buddy. Number 11, Erwin Cornell. Number 15, Christian Matthews. Number 22, Mohammed Corbett. And number 34, Colby Roy. And number 4, Timothy Lee.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready. You heard the introductions, and they have a hype man, but they don't really need a hype man for this one because everybody's already packed in the gym. There are other teams that have lost and have come back. Usually when they lose, they go home. They showed up ready to watch this one. So this is going to be a good one. Lots of college coaches in the gym, lots of fans in the gym. For myself and the crew, we're excited to be here. We want to bring this to you. We're glad you're here along for the ride. 16-minute halves now. If you've been watching earlier in the day, you know we had 8-minute quarters. But now we're back to the 16-minute halves. We've got Jashawn Smith, who can jump out of the gym. About to jump in the tip here. And we are about to get it away. And there we go. First tip, saved, and Legacy comes up with it. Isaiah James, over to Nicholas Claxton. He gets it to Smith. Back out to James. And they're going to set up as National Christian opens up in a bit of a zone here. They used that some yesterday. So let's see what Legacy can do. Running outside here. Legacy likes to put the ball on the floor. Now, Nicholas Claxton, that big 6'10 player, he can shoot outside. And we've got a problem with the ball already. We can't have faulty equipment stopping the game right away. That's unacceptable. This is high-level basketball. You need a high-level basketball to play high-level basketball. 15:38, just a few seconds gone. I would like a do-over. I would like us to go back and reset the clock if we're going to start with a faulty ball. They don't want to hear it. Claxton outside, immediately draws attention. Keep your eye on number 15, Christian Matthews. He's the Georgia Tech commit. And interestingly enough, Claxton, talked to him right before the game. He's got that offer from Georgia, along with a couple of other schools, including some ACC interest. But I know there's a lot of SEC fans out there that want to see this matchup. If both of those guys are going to end up in the SEC, we'll see how that works out. Matthews, I'm saying they're both of them end up in Georgia, not in the SEC. Georgia Tech in the ACC. Stolen by James, and he's on the break, drives, shuffle pass outside, drive, and beautiful block there by number 34, Kobe Rohr. No foul, but it's going to stay with Legacy. Claxton to inbound now. Over to Jashon Smith, and he draws first blood. Smith with the first basket of the day. His first basket, team first basket, and right back the other way. It looks like Kobe Rohr with the first basket. He's got a chance for the and one here. No good, but we're all knotted up now at 2. 14:45 left to play in the first half. Legacy working the ball around. Good ball movement, but unable to handle it inside. There's a dive on the floor, bodies everywhere. And that's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go over to National Christian Academy. Both of these teams are high octane. There's nothing better than getting two teams full of athletes that like to run on the same floor. Christian Matthews, he can put up some points. Drives, kicks it outside. Matthews, once again, rubs off the screen, gets it over to Muhammad Kabir. If National Christian had a right hook and a left jab, Kabir would be the left jab, with Matthews being the right hook. They're a 1-2 punch. A lot of discussion going on early on. The players just want to play. Matthews stops, mid-range, over the top, rolls, bounce, gets that shooter's roll. And Matthews is in the books in this one, and he's got his first 2 points. And he puts his team up by 2 early here. 13:53 in the first half. Legacy doing a good job working that ball around the perimeter. Drive, dish, wild pass though, no good. Keeps possession, and this goes. James now directing traffic. Kicks it back over to Torrey. Muhammad Torrey draws the double team down in the corner, kicks it out easily. James left alone for a second. Deep shot. And that is going to be big if they're going to continue to play that zone. And just like that, Legacy Charter retakes the lead. Now up by 1. Matthews loses his defender. But that shot is wild. Gets the foul call on the outside. Is that going to be a 2 or a 3? So Matthews to the line. First shot is good. And he ties the game up. 13:08 left. Matthews getting that shooter's touch early. He's got a third one coming, so that was a three-point attempt. Three for three for Matthews. 6 points early. And that's going to be an unforced error there on Deshaun Smith as he tried to find Miguel Priest under the basket and just led him too far. And that leads to a turnover. So once again, National Christian Academy with the ball. Both of these teams wanting that title. This is the title game of the weekend here at the U.S. National Prep Basketball Champions. That's going to be a double dribble. I have not seen one double dribble call all year, but I guess I couldn't make it throughout the entire season without seeing one. National Christian now picking up full court pressure. Legacy having to work against it. Does beat the press, gets it up, finds the open man, drive, and foul. And that call is going to go against Connell. And I believe that's going to send Toure to the line. Muhammad Toure, number 12. These teams do not want to leave any points at the free throw line in this game. And there, just as soon as I said that, Toure goes 1 for 2 from the line. Tim Bing now running the point for National Christian. Deep shot, no good. Rebounded by Isaiah James. Down to the corner to Claxton. He can shoot from there. Decides to keep it. Reversed by Claxton. Beautiful. Money in the bank from Claxton using that length, and he's got his first basket of the game. And Claxton, one of the impact players that we identified prior to this one. He's been offered by several high major schools, and he's definitely a high major player. And that's going to be a foul, a rare foul on Claxton. Normally so good at getting that block. Could have been clean. And he's asking for clarity from the referee. But regardless, that's going to send Muhammad Kabir to the line. Muhammad scoreless so far in this one, but it's still early. He's got his chance to get it in the book right now. And that's exactly what he does. Deshaun Leftwich now coming in for Legacy Charter. AKA Showtime. One of the high flyers that Legacy has. Priest now down in the corner to Deshaun Smith. Stop over the top, no good. Rebounded, North Christian going the other way. Ends up in the hands of Kabir. Not normally your primary ball handler. He does give it up to Bing. Bing directing traffic. He's been picked up by Isaiah James. Now they know what they want to do, and they go into their offense. Here's Mr. Buckets himself, Christian Matthews. Drive by Bing, stops. Finds the cutter, and reverse is good by Kobe Rohr. 4 points now for Kobe Rohr in this game. James over to Smith. Finds Priest inside. Priest draws a crowd, gives it up. Out to Claxton. He can hit that shot, but it's off the side of the rim. Battle for it. That is off of, looks like it went off of Miguel Priest. So it's a turnover going over to NCA and an empty trip for Legacy that time down the floor. Trailing by 3, 10:42 left in the first half. And now Legacy extending that zone out to half court. That creates a lot of space. NCA takes advantage of it, but there's going to be a foul.
Foul charge number 32, Smith, his second, team's fifth.
So Matthews at the line, getting ready to add to his total. Matthews' second shot coming. Rolls around and in. He's really got the shooter's touch today, and he's had it all weekend. And he's got 8 early points already. Claxton to the outside. Claxton had a quiet first half other than some significant blocks. Second half, he really opened up his offense. Priest kicks it outside to Leftwich. Leftwich back to Priest. Priest drives in between 2 players. Can't score, but he draws the foul. That's 2 fouls on Cannell. Number 11 for the National Christian. Priest, first of 2 is no good. Cannell going to the line to sit with those 2 quick early fouls. 10:06 left in the first half. Another one coming for Priest right here. Second shot is good for Priest, and that's his first point of the game. Tim Bing walking it up for National Christian Academy. Inside to Kabir. Kabir wants to drive, sees the smaller Leftwich on him. Unable to finish. Battle inside. Huge rebound for Nicholas Claxton. One hands the pass up to Leftwich. Leftwich inside to the big man, Mendenhall. Mendenhall, he took steps. We were right in front of that, and it was pretty clear. Really like that rebound on the other end by Claxton. Now Bing once again. National Christian being very methodical with their offense, being very patient. Gets it to Matthews. Now Kabir working. Good little step. Oh, beautiful vision by Kabir finding Matthews for Matthews' 10 points, but that was all Kabir. Eyes in the back of his head on that shot. Now here's Leftwich on the outside. His shot is short. Claxton came crashing in. Ball bounces around. And they're going to credit that to Terrell Mendenhall, number 50. Here we go. There's Leftwich, and he's fouled. He wanted to throw that one down. We got an errant ball over here. You know, I went home and I talked to Deshaun yesterday, and I know he's known as a dunker. I went home and looked up a couple more of his highlights since he won our dunk contest last year at the Basketball Elite Summer Showcase. He had a windmill dunk over a post player. Isaiah James, his second 3 of the game, and he's got 6. And they cut the lead to 1. 8:29 left in the first half. Well, that did look like a bit of a push-off, but no call. Kabir, nice move, gets away. Too strong. Leftwich comes up with it, now gets it out to James. They don't have numbers, but James stops, shoots over the top, no good. Secondary break not there, now going the other direction. Kabir finishes inside, nice little touch by Muhammad Kabir. He's got 3, and his team's up by 3. 7:57 left to go in the first half. Leftwich inside to Priest. Outside to Claxton. Claxton's shot is off. Both times off to the left. Ball swatted away by Priest. Good hands, and it's going to go with Legacy Charter. James now over to Claxton. Legacy has a chance to set up in their own half court. Feed inside to Priest. Priest does a lot of work, even though he's not the normal size for a post player. He does a lot of work as sort of a undersized power forward. Very strong and able to battle in the paint. Leftwich down to Priest. Priest drives. Ed Oliver with that rebound going the other way. Ball swatted away momentarily by Leftwich, but National Christian keeps control of it. Matthews' shot is off. Big rebound, another one. That's 2 rebounds for Claxton. Over to Leftwich. Leftwich wants to go inside to Mendenhall. And it looked like he led Mendenhall by a little too much, but NCA got a fingertip on the ball and knocked it away, and it's going to stay with Legacy Charter. Still trailing by 3. 6:49 left in this first half. Claxton into Priest. Gets it to James. Now he hands off to Leftwich. There's James. He's been covered by Bing. Down in the corner. Claxton has a smaller man on him. Gets inside to Mendenhall. Good vision by Claxton. And that is a foul. And that's going to send Mendenhall to the line. That's going to go against Ed Oliver. Clock is stopped. Mendenhall has a chance to cut into that lead. Empty trip for Mendenhall. Battle inside, and once again a foul inside. And now that's going to send Miguel Priest back to the line. He went 1 for 2 the last trip down. Priest. Second shot off the front of the rim. Spin move, beautiful spin move, and a foul. That is going to set Ed Oliver to the line. He wasn't able to finish, but he was fouled on the way up. Ed Oliver's first point in today's matchup. He's got another one coming. And drops both of them to push that lead out to 4 now for National Christian. Leftwich tried to thread the needle to Mendenhall, who was on the break. The ball goes out off of NCA. Claxton looking to inbound, goes over the top to Leftwich. He had 2 receivers out there. 6:10 left to go, clock running. Mendenhall inside, gets a lot of attention. Out to Claxton. Claxton keeps battling, drops it in. That's the second bucket for Claxton. He's now got 4. Man, Matthews he just needs a little window and he can get that shot off. He's already got 12 in this one. James to Mendenhall. Mendenhall, nice composure by Mendenhall. He's got 4. And the assist by Isaiah James. Now Bing working against Leftwich. Draws 2 defenders in the corner. Drive and finish for Terrence Lewis. There's Claxton. Claxton showed that he has some ability to handle the ball, even at 6'10". We got a foul in the backcourt on Ed Oliver, and that's going to be his second. That's going to send Claxton to the line. He's a very good free throw shooter. .454 left in the first half. Claxton's second shot, good. He cuts it to 2. 23-21 now in favor of National Christian. Leading scorer in the game is, no surprise, Christian Matthews. So far, there's Matthews now. Tracks down the rebound. Wants to drive, stops, gets that release off, no good. Battle for it, knocked in by Ed Oliver for his 4th point. Oh, finds a cutting Deshaun Leftwich shot, knocked out. Clean block by Muhammad Kabir. Gets back. You can't sleep in this one. Claxton out to James. Over in the corner to Leftwich. Deshaun Smith now back in the game. Claxton, he can hit that shot. Rolls around and good. Over the top. Oh, rare miss there on the inside by Matthews. And now here's James. Legacy has a chance to tie it up or take the lead on this possession. Over to Claxton. He can hit that shot. A 3-ball. Good. Nicholas Claxton has come alive and is proving why he was one of our highlighted players at the beginning of the game. Christian Matthews for NCA and Nicholas Claxton for Legacy Charter. And now Legacy has battled back and taken a 1-point lead. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Today's events are brought to you by the City of North Myrtle Beach. Explore North Myrtle Beach. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. 3:37 left to play here in the first half. Legacy Charter has battled back to retake the lead. Now up by 1. And there's going to be looks like Roar is going to be called for a foul. That's his second foul. So a couple of these players have got to be a little careful. Ed Oliver for National Christian and Kobe Roar. They both have 2 already. And I think, yes, Legacy Charter is in the bonus already. This will be a 1-and-1. Mendenhall misses the front end of that one.
26-25, Legacy Charter. 3:16 to go in the first.
Battle inside. Big rebound by Deshaun Smith. Smith now with the ball, gets it back out to the point guard, James. Claxton momentarily looked like he was going to set a pick, then backed off. Now Mendenhall comes up to set the pick. And we're going the other way. Here's Kabir driving, spinning up. Good block there by Legacy. 2:40 left. 37. You know, I don't know what you've got planned for the afternoon, but I would advise sticking around after halftime to see this one. And then right after this, we've got another game coming up as Kabir goes to the line. Faith Baptist taking on Southside in the prep bracket. That'll be the final game of the day. Kabir now, that's his 4th point with another one coming. Ball rattles out. Jeshawn Smith has the rebound and gets it up to James. Now back to Smith. Wanted to go to Claxton. Claxton was covered up. Claxton decides to pop out to the high post. Legacy sort of sorting themselves out, keeping everything over on one side of the court, though. Really need to swing that ball around and make NCAA work. And that's going to be a foul on the floor. Miguel Priest really doing work anywhere in the lane. Oh, and that's going to go against Kobe Rohr. And that's 3. And he's probably done for the half with 2:11 left to go. Here's Priest back at the line. And Priest shot his 3rd point of the ball game, and it puts his team back up by 1. Second shot coming. Rattles out. That's been the norm for Priest today. Kabir with the rebound. Clears it out to Bing. Gets it back to Kabir. Kabir with a nice little hand on the outside drive. Over the top. No good. Put back jump. And Rohr, it's a good thing he didn't sit down. He gets that 2-hand. Puts his team back up by 1. And the intensity just ratcheted up just a little bit now. NCAA trying to dig in on defense. There's Claxton on the outside. He wants to get off a shot. Can't do so. Gets it out to James. James shot. No good. Over the top. Priest battling for it. NCAA comes up with it. Everybody bodies on the floor. Tim Bing in the backcourt. Driving through traffic. Ends up being guarded by Deshaun Leftwich. Bing feeds it inside to Kabir. Kabir spinning. Blocked by Claxton. Kabir finds Matthews. Matthews scoop shot. Good. Christian Matthews puts his team up by 3. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Back and forth we go. Claxton now. Back out to James. Over to Smith. They keep wanting to make that NCAA defense work and hope to find a gap. Look for a moment to go inside the Priest. Smith left open. Can't make it pay off. Rebound by Terrence Lewis. And now NCAA is probably going to try to hold for the last shot with just about 30 seconds left here in the half. They've got a 3-point lead and the ball. So no sudden moves. James comes out, tries to force the issue. Bing. A little shake and bake action. Gives the ball up. Out to Matthews. Matthews calls for the clear out. Priest comes out on him. Matthews can get a shot off. Big time block by Jeshawn Smith. Feed over the top. James looks to Claxton. Claxton can hit that 3. Does it go down? No good. James with the shot. Rebound, and that's going to do it for the half. 30-27 now. National Christian goes into the locker room with a 3-point lead. And we are going to take a break, about a 5-minute halftime. And you're watching the U.S. Prep National Basketball Championship here live on netcastsports.com. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
After the kids burn off their energy, maybe something sophisticated. A wine tasting in the sea breeze. In the meantime, maybe we kayak or go horseback riding on a wide open beach. Of course, we can always shop. Right now, just coast in beautiful North Myrtle Beach.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got about 4 seconds left in the halftime, and we're getting ready to get underway. 16-minute away from another title. Now, we set everything up right now. The National Christian Academy leads by 3, 30-27, over Legacy Charter out of South Carolina. National Christian hailing from Fort Washington, Maryland. And this is for the title game of the varsity boys bracket here at the USA National Prep Basketball Championship. Both teams battling, exchanging leads in the first half, and we expect more of the same in the second half. There's a drive and battle inside, rebounded momentarily by Kabir, ultimately ends up with Tim Bing. And that is going to be a travel. That is a tough call. Actually looked like he was in the backcourt to me, but I wasn't. It's hard to tell. There's been some question over which lines they're going by this whole weekend. Now, National Christian, this is the third title game they're playing in today. Third title for a team. JV won earlier. They won their title. Girls won in the second game. And now the boys are up for the third title if they can pull it off. But Legacy Charter will have something to say about that. Over the top, Jashawn Smith. His second basket of the day. Cuts that lead to 1. Matthews, nice touch off the glass. He's got 16 in this one. And we've got a long way to go. So he pushes the lead back out to 3 for NCA. There's Kabir. Nice little soft touch by Kabir. And now 5-point lead for NCA. Legacy wants to keep this one close. Only down a couple of possessions right now. Oh, big block by Jashawn Smith. Over the top as Roar was going for that two-handed jam. Fake, James turns, spins. No good. Rebounded by Matthews. And he's going to patiently kick it out to Bing. Bing being picked up by James right at the midcourt. Bing driving. Can't shake James. They're going to set it up again. Looked like Bing was calling for a pick. Nobody came out. And he looked like he was that time looking for a cutter, and it was Miguel's Priest who was there. Claxton's got his 13th point. Cuts that lead to 3. One of the big names of the first half, Nicholas Claxton, the 6'10" junior. Oh, and there's a foul. And that's call is probably going to go against Isaiah James. And that's going to send Matthews to the line. Right now, National Christian still holding on to that 5-point lead. Oh, Jashawn Smith had to dunk, no good. But James is there to clean it up. He's got 8. His team down by 2. And he picks up Bing. Now over to Matthews. Matthews working against Claxton. This is a good matchup. Kabir had it momentarily knocked away. Gets it back, uses that foot speed, throws it behind his back. Claxton comes up with the steal. Now Claxton in the open court. Gives it up to James. Claxton down in the corner to Priest. Inside to Claxton. Claxton with the spin move. Can't finish, but he draws the foul. And that's going to send a very good free throw shooter to the line in Nicholas Claxton. Really have to like what you see in Claxton and knowing that he has yet a full year ahead of him to continue to develop.
12-19 to go, 34-35, 1-point game, back in the ball game for National Lewis, number 21.
Second shot missed by Claxton, but Legacy managed to corral that rebound. Now here's Isaiah James. Legacy has been determined to work that ball around, looking for the right opportunity. Drive, no good inside, rebounded by Smith. He goes back up and he's going to draw the foul. Jashawn Smith is going to get a chance at the free throw line. We're here in North Myrtle Beach, and right now Jashawn Smith looking to make the most of his trip, and that ball rattles out, gets some encouragement from his teammates. His team down by 1 point. 11:56 left in this title game here in the championship. Championship Saturday, and that does it. Ties up the game. Jashawn Smith with 5 points in today's game. Now Bing working against James. Over to Matthews. Matthews being picked up by Claxton. Claxton closes on him. Matthews can't even come close. That length of Claxton bothering him. Big shot falling away for Tim Bing. And that's his first bucket, and it's a big one. That's a 3-ball. Down to the corner to Claxton. Claxton draws the crowd, kicks it out. Smith has come alive all of a sudden, adding some much needed offense. And there is a foul. So a little bit of foul trouble now for Legacy as Toure picks up his 3rd foul. 11:06 left to go before somebody hoists the hardware here in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, here at the J. Bryan Floyd Community Center for the title game, title Saturday. One more game after this one. And we've got a 30-second timeout as the Legacy Charter wants to talk things over before this next possession. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Legacy Charter, Greenville, South Carolina. National Christian, Fort Washington, Maryland. These two have thought to not have met before, but they have met once. A few months ago. And now again, first time here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, home turf of the Legacy Charter. Lions. Looking to walk away.
Battle inside. It's going to stay, and I misspoke right before the break. It's actually NCA's ball on this end, and they're going to keep the ball after that block out of bounds. Tough defense, bodies flying. Nicholas Claxton. Tough defense, and that Claxton's hustle is going to pay off, and now his team has the ball back, now trailing by 1. James is going to let the ball roll before the clock starts. Claxton kicks it out to Toure. Toure with it at the top. Legacy working that perimeter. Toure wanting to drive, wants to slash, drives, and they're going to call a travel on Toure. And the sun is starting to filter in, and on right behind us I see they're dropping the retractable shades. And that helps the players not have the sun in their eyes. Nice shot by Lewis. And that pushes the lead back out to 3 for NCA. 10-12 left to go in this one. National Christian with the ball. Dive on the floor by Isaiah James. He knocked it out of bounds. Did his best Superman impression diving for that ball. And we've got a timeout on the floor once again to talk things over. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about our Twitter account. It's at Netcast Sports, and you should follow us because that's the best place to keep up with the links to the broadcast as they're announced, especially when you have tournament-style play like we have this weekend. The reality is you just never know who's going to play. We literally just found out a few moments ago that Faith Baptist and Southside were going to be playing in the next game, simply because teams haven't, it's bracket play, and so they haven't had the results yet. So you want to keep up with it. You want to know who's coming up next, what games you want to see. Follow us on Twitter at Netcast Sports. We've got some good stuff coming up. We've got the NC Top 80 next week. We've also got the Triad All-Star Game being broadcast live in a couple of weeks, and we've got some pro and semi-pro coming up April, May, June. So definitely stay tuned. Back in action here right at 10 minutes, 40-37. This game has been everything we hoped so far. A couple of heavyweights going at each other. Nobody establishing dominance. Kabir steps on the line. That pass was just too far over his head for him to track it down. And that gives Legacy Charter a chance here. And now James taking full advantage to keep that clock as much time on it as he can if they're not going to pick him up. Already using that strategy early. James working outside. Finds Leftwich on the outside, but the defense closed quickly. Leftwich had an opening. Finds Smith inside. Leftwich over Smith over the top, but rattled around it in. The putback by Claxton.
Shot good.
16 for Claxton.
8-16 to go in the game.
Cuts the lead to 1.
39-40, National Christian.
Over the top. There's Matthews. Matthews has been quiet for a little while. Now that Claxton has been guarding him, that link's bothering Matthews just a bit. But now he's got a chance here. Claxton, good lateral speed by Claxton. This is a great matchup. If you're a fan of basketball and you're wanting to watch two high-level, high-major players, you're getting it right now. Kabir over the top. Deshaun Smith comes up with the rebound, kicks it up to Priest. Priest drives and score, and just like that, Legacy Charter retakes the lead 41-40. Now Bing calling for the screen. He's got to watch that half-court line, gets it across, drives, slices. Now Legacy Charter. We got some perspiration on the floor. Now earlier we had the official towel, but now I see that the towel is nowhere in sight. Might have been a team towel. I just want to let the teams out there know, if you have an equipment manager, you need to bring some towels. Players are going to end up on the floor. Claxton to inbound. Now, Legacy Charter has worked really hard to cut and cut back into that lead. Now take the lead. They're up by 1. They would love to get a basket here and build a little bit of breathing room. Crowd really getting into it now, as you would expect. This is going to come down to the wire. 8 minutes. We are halfway through this second half. Battle inside. Block. Christian Matthews on the break. Driving, keeps it. Scoop shot. No good by Matthews. Battle inside. Bodies flying everywhere. Rebounds. And that is a foul and a hold. And I believe that's going to send Kabir to the line.
Fouling charge on number 34, Addison. His first. He's third.
Now Kabir. Muhammad Kabir. Off the front of the rim, can't make it pay. Got one more coming though. Could still tie it up. Do not go anywhere. This is just going to get better and better. Neither one of these teams is backing down. Kabir's second shot is good. He's got 7 today. And once again, James going back to the strategy of letting that clock stay stopped until he wants to pick it up. Nobody's going to pick it up. Now Leftwich kicks it out to Claxton. Down in the corner to James. Feeds it inside. Mendenhall hits the deck, but it's going to stay with Legacy Charter. You hear the varsity girls team for NCA chanting defense over here, supporting the boys. And Nicholas Claxton gives it up. They continue to work the ball around the perimeter. Leftwich has been a little bit quiet offensively, but he's made some good decisions with the pass. Thought about a 3, wants to drive, slices in between, finds Mendenhall, and that's going to be a foul. Great dish by Leftwich, putting the pressure on the defense in that zone. Finds Mendenhall, and that's going to send Mendenhall to the line. That's great patience by Legacy Charter, continuing to work the ball around. Mendenhall shot no good. The crowd getting into it, as well they should. Mendenhall's got another one coming. You know, Mendenhall is named, has been called multiple times this game, and it's been a big factor, but he's only got 5 points. Here's Kabir bringing the ball up, taking on Priest. NCA now down by 1. Under 7 to play. Here's Matthews. Now he's no longer being guarded. He's guarded by Claxton. He was being guarded by Leftwich. Bing. Here's Bing driving on Claxton. Finds Kabir. NCA really having to work that ball around the perimeter and get it everywhere, trying to find the open man. So far, Legacy recovering well. Deep shot, no good. Big rebound by James. The smallest man on the floor comes up with the biggest rebound. Kicks it up to Claxton. Claxton's got one man to beat. Up and in. Scoop shot. Claxton with his 18th point. And just like that, now Legacy Charter up by 3. 6:09 left to go. Kabir working, spinning. Good. Mohammed Kabir. He's got 9. Under 6 to play. Legacy with a 1-point lead. Crowd into it. Shot, high, off the glass. Here's Matthews. He's got a clear shot at the hoop. Up and good. There's going to be a charge called on Christian Matthews. Deshaun Smith slid right over in front of him and took that charge. Matthews looked like he had a clear shot to the lane on that baseline. And Smith was able to get there in time. Now, NCA is going to pick up full court. 5:21 left in this one. 3-point lead. And there's some serious perspiration on the floor now. You know, we're at the beach. I see the official towel coming out, ladies and gentlemen. The official tournament towel is being deployed. Deshaun Leftwich comes out and does a little dance on it. That's the official USA Prep National Basketball towel being deployed with military precision by our crack squad of referees and maintenance crew. Up by 3. Legacy Charter with the ball. Leftwich in the corner. He throws the ball away. Up, under. And that's going to be a foul. 2 shots. Crowd erupts. Going crazy. And that's going to send Tim Bing to the line. Bing's shot is good. Cuts the lead to 2. Bing's got 4 points on in today's game. Second shot up. Bang. Here we go. Leftwich. Touch pass over to Claxton. Claxton brings it up, slows it up, gives it up to James. They've got a 1-point lead. The clock ticks down to 5 minutes. Bleachers are rocking. Claxton out to James. Legacy doesn't want him do anything rash here. Every possession counts in this game. Rims out, going the other way now. National Christian with a chance to retake the lead. Bing over to Kabir, and National Christian wants to talk things over. As well they should. Timeout on the floor. You're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship, brought to you by North Myrtle Beach. Explore North Myrtle Beach. All of today's games are being broadcast to you by Netcast Sports. You can find all of our games on netcastsports.com. Crowd raucous. We like to bring you in the gym. We want to bring you here so you can experience what we love, which is grassroots basketball. And we knew this game was going to be a good one, and we're glad that you're here for this one. We got another one coming after this. And then the crew and myself, we're going to go check out some Duke and UNC basketball. Because even though we're in South Carolina, we all live in North Carolina, and we consider that the hoop state. And you can't live in the hoop state and not watch UNC and Duke. I guess there's some NC State fans that might disagree with that, but for today, it's all two shades of blue today. We're back in action here. 1 point lead for Legacy Charter. Bing driving. Fans starting to crowd the court here. The fans that I'm referring to are feet inside, tipping, good. Terrence Lewis with the tip in. They retake the lead by one, 47-46. 4 minutes left to go. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. This one's going to go down to the wire. The girls team, who just won their own title, is over here chanting defense. Deep shot by Leftwich, no good, off to the right. Now National Christian with a 1 point lead and the ball. 3:27 left to go. James Gambles isn't able to come up with a steal. Tough defense though. Legacy with the rebound. 3:13 left to go, clock rolling. Priest over to James. Legacy trying to stay poised. Being patient, still a lot of time left to go in this one. They're only down by one. They're going to call a timeout, and they're going to talk about it. And we're going to wait while they do. So you want to come back for the next game. We've got the prep bracket, Faith Baptist and Southside. And then next week, check out Netcast Sports. We're going to have next week, we're going to have the NC Top 80. And then the week after that, we're going to have the Triad All-Star. Triad All-Star has some of the top players from the region in North Carolina, including a few special picks they bring in for like the dunk contest, including one of my favorites, Charles Norman. So you definitely want to check that out. But for right now, we are locked into this championship game between Legacy Charter and National Christian Academy. Standing room over here. Drop in by Jaysean Smith, and he flexes. As he's got 9 in today's game, and now they lead by 1 point. Matthews in traffic, tries to feed it over to Kabir, can't get it. James able to finally get a handle on it. Kabir with the push on the outside, and that's going to be a foul on Muhammad Kabir.
Foul on charge number 22, Kabir. His third, team 7. 1 point game.
Now here's Isaiah James. He's had a really solid game today. He's only got 4 points. That's the unofficial count. But but he's been solid at the guard. He and Bing have been going back and forth the entire game. .210 left to go. Feed inside. Score. Legacy Charter now up by 3. Oh, huge steal. But Deshaun Smith looked like he landed awkwardly, but he walks it off in 1:56 left to go. Legacy Charter in control. Up by 3. There's going to be a foul on the inside. That's going. And there's some talking between Claxton and Matthews. And the players come in. Things getting a little chippy, but the players walk away from it. Now the referee's clearing everything up. So looking good here. 1:52 left to go. 50-47. Legacy Charter now in charge. Isaiah James at the line once again. He's had a really solid game. He's been rock solid, but he and Bing battling in the backcourt has been one of the best aspects of this game all day. Big rebound for Muhammad Kabir. Kabir wants to push it. He's got Matthews, but Kabir keeps it. Matthews gets the rebound, back up. Matthews off the rim and in. Christian Matthews with the putback. He's got 19, cuts the lead to 1. Now here's Claxton on the outside, whips it over to the corner. Legacy wants to be patient. Keeping it in the hands of their primary ball handler, James. Over to Priest. Finally back out to Deshaun Leftwich. Leftwich, kind of in no man's land, decides to keep it. He's got good foot speed, gets it up inside, off the rim, battle for it. Where's it going to go? It's going over to NCA. 1:11 left to play. Tough defensive stop for National Christian. We've got 1 minute and 11 seconds left on the clock. We've got a 1-point lead. Legacy Charter. There's some discussion on the floor. There's discussion in the stands. There's discussion on the floor. Now this is the moment where things get heated because, now we've got only scant seconds. We've got a timeout on the floor as they're going to sort everything out. All right, we're going to level set. The crowd rocking and rolling and enjoying it. Some of these guys have already played a full day for 3 days, and they decided to get out and have an impromptu dance party right now. You got to love it, man. That's what we love about this college basketball, high school basketball. If you don't have this happening in your gym is weak. National Christian Academy coming in, breaking out with an impromptu dance line. Things on the other side of the court, though, very serious. No dancing going on over there. They are all about what they're going to do next. Game's not over, but fans are partying like it's done. They're just having too much fun. You're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship brought to you by North Myrtle Beach here on Netcast Sports. You can watch this in replay and all the games from this weekend on netcastsports.com. And you can also follow us on Twitter at Netcast Sports. I am Marcus Shockley. You can follow me on Twitter at M_Shockley. But I will tell you, I tweet a lot sometimes about basketball. So if you don't want to hear any basketball, don't follow me. NCA down by 1, under a minute to play. Matthews whips the ball inside. Back to Matthews. Here's the matchup. Matthews versus Claxton. And that is going to be, I think it's either going to be a kickball or out. I couldn't see where it is, but it's going to stay with NCA. Now 46.7. They need something here. They need 2 points, or they need to get themselves to the free throw line. One way or another. Matthews, here's the matchup. Claxton, this could be it. Matthews, ball stolen by James. Shuttles it to Claxton. Claxton holds it. He decides to keep it, and Kabir is going to foul him with 27.5. And that is not the guy that you want to have to foul in Nicholas Claxton, as he is a very, very good free throw shooter. And he's got 1 and 1. 27.5. Claxton can really give Legacy a lift right here. And here's the other thing, is that the Legacy girls who just lost to NCA are actually sitting over here next to the NCA girls, so they're both rooting for and against their teams. And the Legacy girls do a little dap after that free throw. 52-49 now in favor of Legacy. Kabir driving a little bit out of control, but gets the call, and that's going to go against James, and he's not happy with himself. He feels like he was in position. So there's some discussion under the basket, but 19.3 seconds left. Kabir at the line. He's had mixed results at the line today, but he's not a bad free throw shooter, at least hasn't been this weekend. And he's definitely a player that you're going to see at the college level, as you're going to see a lot of these guys. Kabir shot up and good. Cuts that lead to 2. And we've got a timeout on the floor. And we all need to take a breath, take a little bit of a breather. We are back here for the last 19.3 seconds. Maybe the last 19.3 seconds. I can sit and watch another overtime of this one. I don't know if the fans have enough energy. Kabir up for his free throw. Shot up, rolls out, no good, rebounded by Priest. Oh, and he throws the ball away, grabbed by Matthews. Matthews drives, shot is up and no good, but Matthews is going to the line. He's going to be shooting 2. That is a 2-point shot by Matthews. The only thing that could have happened for them in that possession is if he could have dropped it, but he's got 2 shots. Matthews, another good free throw shooter. He walks away from the line trying to compose himself. Christian Matthews, the Georgia Tech commit, at the line trying to put his team in a position to go to overtime and maybe even win it. They're still down by 2. He needs these 2 free throws. And he hits the first one. Now his team is only down by 1. 13 seconds left on the clock in this one. We might get a rush to court situation here in a minute. Matthews shot coming. It's good. Ties it up. 52 all. 13 seconds. What's Legacy Charter going to do? They're going to call a timeout. Maybe they have no timeouts. I thought that was a timeout. It looks like we just had a situation with the net. All right, Claxton inbounds to James. He's going to let it roll just a bit. Over to Claxton. Claxton, what's he going to do? 9, 8 seconds inside. Battle. There's Priest. He loses the handle. Oh, the shot is good. Legacy Charter. They have won it. It is over. 55 to 52. They rush the court. Things are nuts. This is bedlam. This is unbelievable. That shot by the Citizen Margins. 55 to 52. Legacy Charter, there's your champions of the National High School bracket. Legacy Charter gets it done. The only thing that stopped National Christian was the clock. And now you see Mendenhall telling the crowd to be quiet. There's a little more of a dance party breaking out. And for the losers, it's just tough. They are stunned. That's a very tough loss for National Christian. They're very upset over there on the sideline. That's to be expected. Both teams fought really, really hard for this one. I loved it. I feel bad for the NCAA guys, but I enjoyed watching the game. And now both teams are going to line it up. So for the crew here, we've enjoyed this one. I hope the next one can live up to this. It's going to be tough. We're going to wrap it up here for the crew. But we've got one more coming right after this. Faith Baptist in Southside here on netcastsports.com. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you in just a few moments.